So when you went from the transition of obviously never being a mom to first time mom, what were like honestly, what were those 3 months like? What did that
I was terrified. I was terrified. I also, like the first 3 months, I would say the first 2 or 3 weeks, like I didn't even touch Shy. Like I was terrified. I was like, Alex, if anything happens to him, it's on you. He was so tiny. He was 6 pounds. He was so tiny. So I didn't want to be responsible, you know? And then like we started to nurse and we bonded so much, but it just like happens overnight. It happens very naturally. And I battled postpartum and I still do, but it's not as bad. And I was very vocal about it, which is the best thing I could have ever done because it really helped me. Just like when I opened up about Tourette syndrome, it helped me kind of deal with it and accept it. And I helped so many women, and it's something that so many people deal with that don't talk about it. And I'm so glad I talked about it. Because like for the first 3 months, I was like in heaven. I was, oh my God, this is no big deal. And then like my hair started falling out, my marbles were gone, and like he was crying. It's just, you're just like not prepared for it, but find a way to make it work. And every baby's different. Like Shy is very personable, like me. He laughs, he smiles, he's so happy, but he's very stubborn, like his father. I'm obviously not stubborn, you know. Alex is very stubborn, but he's a good baby and we're very lucky. But I think he's going to be such a pain in the ass kid. I do. I think he's such a good baby, but we're putting him in nursery school in August, freaking out. But I feel like the director is going to have me on speed dial. Like, oh, Shy bit somebody. Oh, Shy took somebody's food. Oh, Shy pushed somebody over. Like, I just feel it in my heart that he's going to be a little bit of a problem kid. And I can't imagine who he gets it from.
What's the can you touch on a little more of the postpartum? Do you feel it's the fact that you mentioned that you were a little terrified or didn't know what to do? Like
a lot.
What do you think the cause of it is? Is it just that it's new, or is it like you were on such a high and then it all settles in?
Mm-hmm.
Like what is
hormones
like
too?
what is
okay?
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit of both, and every person is different. For me, what triggered me the most was my body. I have body dysmorphia. I've had it my whole life. Alyssa knows. I have always had problems. I had an eating disorder when I was younger. Like I've been very, I have body dysmorphia, and I've had a very roller coaster like childhood with it. For me, it was about, okay, this baby's out of me. Why am I not looking this way? You know, and like I couldn't really work out because I was so exhausted and stuff like that. Then your hormones, like people prepare you for the hormones of being pregnant, but then afterwards, nobody talks about it. Like I was so much more vicious after than during my pregnancy. And you literally can't control it. You're just like, I'm not me. Like, what is happening? I also felt like this high, right? And then all these changes started happening, and I'm a creature of habit. I don't like change unless I'm ready for it. And I think that's why it's affecting me now more, because Shy is changing so much, more than I can handle. And then on top of that, you have this feeling of guilt. Like, am I holding him right? Is he hungry? Like, am I doing this right? And then the anxiety sets in, and nobody talks about this, but every mom deals with it. My anxiety is so much worse now at night. Like I think of the worst case scenario, and God forbid anything happened to him, I'd kill somebody. Like I would actually go to jail for it. I would not survive in there, but I would go and be like, oh my God, no. Like, you want me to sleep where? Where is like the Cetaphil soap? You know, like I would not do well in jail, but I would sacrifice me not doing well if something happened to him, God forbid. And then you think like, oh my God, what if something happens to him? And like you when you're a parent, your senses are so much more heightened to things. Like you hear about all these tragedies and you're like, you know, it's just totally different. You become so selfless, but then you don't want to forget who you are. And that's what I went through. Like, I was like, Alex, I still want my designer things. Like, mama deserves it. You know, I carried a baby. I nursed him. I deal with it. And you don't want to forget who you are. And that's something I still deal with. Like, oh, I'm a mom, so I can't wear a crop top. too bad, so sad, wearing a crop top, you know, like these are things that you think like by society standards, or like our parents are much more old fashioned. They grew up like by a standard, and like it's 2021, you know, like I can wear a bandeau top under overalls if I want to, and it's fine. I can listen to Tupac with my kid and it's fine. You know what I mean? I mean, I do. And if it's not fine, I don't care. It's fine for me. But there are standards that you want to uphold yourself to without losing yourself, but still being a good mom.
So do you feel you have a better grasp on that now that you
I mean, I'm getting there. I mean, it's only the beginning, you know what I mean? I feel like now is when it's going to challenge me more, especially when he goes to school. Because he hasn't been around kids. He's a COVID baby. He hasn't been around kids. He's growing up seeing masks, and it's very hard. So that's why I'm really scared that he's going to be like, oh, this is mine. This is mine. My mom said it's mine, you know, or like his first word's going to be a curse word or something. I mean, so far we're doing good. He's still breathing. He's happy. He's strong. Thank God, knock on wood. But he's going to be a pain in the ass kid for sure.
He's going to be fine. He's going to be great.
Oh my, he's going to like, and Alex and I are so different with that. Like, I'm like, where's the hand sanitizer? Give me a wet wipe. And Alex is like, let him eat the dirt. I was like, don't you know ringworm? Hello.